back to another video, and today it's gonna be another discussion video, and we're gonna be talking about True King Dinos. Due to the fact that they're getting a lot of hype right now, and also that sneak peeks pretty much this weekend, I just want to talk about the deck, just to discuss how good it'll be post Dark Neostorm and entering this new format we're about to be entering, and yeah, just because why not? And let's just talk about it. So. Basically in this video though, we're going to be talking about the positives going towards this deck, some of the concerns as well, and then I'll just give my overall verdict pretty much on the deck. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So I guess for positives, the first positive is all that new support we're getting, pretty much. Well, not like direct support, but indirect support. And what I mean by this is, so if you've been living under a rock, they're getting a lot of like indirect level 9 support, or like support that pretty much like I guess works well with the Dino engine. Mainly the Ib Synchro. The Ib Synchro is pretty much a new age Denlong, and yeah, just honestly, yeah, it pretty much is. It's really easy to go into because, you know, Oviraptor, then add the miscellaneous, pitch the miscellaneous brings out the yellow, and then synchro off into this, and your kind of places start going. So yeah, not much to be said about it. So yeah, it's a new age Denlong, and now you're probably wondering, well, okay, it's a new age Denlong, but surely that can't be the only reason why this deck's getting a lot of hype. Well, you're maybe right, or you are right. Basically, you're also getting level 9 generic level 9 support, and that is now World Legacy Monstrosity over here. That's the reason why they're getting, like, that's the card that's going to be the generic level 9 support, pretty much. And if you don't know what this does, you can special a level 9 from your hand, or you can target a level 9 you control and then special out 2 more, just as long as they are a different type and attribute. So yeah, looking pretty good, right? And also, not like if that wasn't enough, they're getting a new level 9 target just to go off of this. The World Legacy Guard Dragon, I think it is. It's a level 9 Wind Dragon, and also it's pretty okay. It's pretty okay effect. It's kind of a cool recursion that it has, and also the Nightmare Idley. The Nightmare Idley is pretty nice. It can screw over some link monsters, which is kind of funny. So yeah, you get new targets to go off of this, and you also get the level 5 Synchro. So all in all, really cool support. I like it. It's gonna be like, if you guys don't know what they do, I'm not gonna go over the effects much. I'll have the pictures of the cards right here so you can pause and be able to read them. I feel like everyone knows what these cards do by now, and the fact that this video is coming out on Sneak Peek Day on Saturday, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will already know what these cards do. So yeah, but yeah, you can tell right off the bat this deck's gonna get a lot of new good toys to play with, and just, you know, make the deck a lot better. It gives it more like board spamming, and also it makes it so calamities can hit the board more consistently turn 1. And I think that's the main thing, honestly. It's a really good thing, and it's pretty much a whole gimmick of the deck. Get out calamities in a big board and make it so your opponent can't play the game, pretty much, or like break it, pretty much. Not only that, the next positive is miscellaneous going to 3. I feel like this deck wouldn't have as much hype as it would if it wasn't for this card going to 3. If this card doesn't go to 3, you might see, I mean, I'm pretty sure the deck would be like, okay, it's a pretty cool rogue deck, but the fact that miscellaneous goes to 3 changes everything. This deck then like becomes way more like noticed, and a lot of people, I feel like, just because of this going to 3, will be playing with it a lot more and experimenting with it. You guys all know what miscellaneous does. Gives the deck immense protection, and also combo extending, which is also a lot like a really good thing for this kind of deck. So yeah, so that's pretty much the big, I think, positive of this deck, is the fact that this card's going to 3, and pretty much is the reason why this deck's getting a lot of hype, I feel, honestly. I guess for one more positive, the deck's pretty much budget. The deck is, you know, 3 structure decks, you know, get all 3 dinosaurs, and like all the dinosaurs you want in those 3 structure decks, which is pretty much the kind of the good thing, the fact that it's so budget. Now I know Oviraptor's around 4 and 5s now, and Conductor's maybe 3s, but that's like pretty, like, not that bad compared to a lot of other decks. I mean, I know, and also Double Illusion Pill is around the $10 to $11 mark now, but honestly, this deck, core-wise for the dinosaur engine, it's still really budget. It's really budget compared to a lot of other engines out there, so I honestly see no downside. And yes, I know, oh, my super rare fossil digs are $8. Just get the common. If you just get the common, if you don't want to spend $8 on a fossil dig, just go get the common. It's like 99 cents to $1. So you're pretty. I don't think you're worrying about that. But so overall, I feel the deck's pretty. The engine anyway is pretty budget, and also even the True King engine is pretty budget too. I mean, diagrams have been reprinted like 2 to 3 times, so that's fine. The Fire True King is a common, and the goddamn one of the structure decks that got released, I think it was a Soul Burner one that was a common, and like Barostros isn't even that much either. And honestly, you only need the main ones you need are the fire one and the wind one, or not the wind one, the water one. So that's just fine. If you want to go extra budget, just buy 3 of the common and then buy the water one. You're pretty much set. So yeah, just honestly, it shouldn't be that bad. Now I know the concern is, well, what about the new support? Like the Idly and the Ib are secrets, and then the monstrosity is an ultra rare. I mean, is that gonna like put a damper on my like budget kind of deck? Is it gonna make it more expensive than it has to be? I mean, you have a point there, but I feel like though Ib might be a $40. I don't know what the Seeking prices are going right now, so maybe I'm wrong by that, or like what the Idly is. But you gotta remember, CP prices are inflated, so these pretty much going to drop, I feel. So who knows where they are right now. If they are expensive, just cool off. They're going to go down, I feel, because it's sneak peek weekend. Like, stuff is inflated as fuck. So I don't mean to swear, but like, you understand why. Like you kind of see where I come from. Like the deck, like cards from sneak peek are inflated as heck, so they're going to go down. Chill. It's fine. The deck is probably gonna, like, those cards are probably gonna be more budget and everything as days go by. So, because more are going to be on the market, I feel anyway. I'm not a market watch person, but I think that's how it works. So, overall, yes, I know the Idly and the Ib and our secrets and the more small street is ultra rare, but I feel like though they're not going to be like $70 or anything. I don't feel like that's going to be an issue. So overall, I feel like this deck's going to be pretty budget, which is going to be appealing to a lot of people because you're going to be seeing a lot more people have access to it, and just feeds into more experimentation. So now that we got the positives out of the way, let's get on to the concerns I have. Honestly, the big concern is this deck still bricks. This deck still has bricking issues. I've been play testing it, and it still can brick pretty badly sometimes. Do I feel like this deck's gonna be? Do I feel like this deck is like irreparably like this deck was way more bricky than it was? No, there are like this deck is less bricky than it is, but it's still a problem. I feel it's still a problem. It still can happen, and I know that bricking can happen in a lot of decks, but this one can brick pretty badly when it does, and you might sometimes not be able to do anything sometimes. So yes, this deck does get some cool new toys, but if you can't get those cool new toys out, then you're kind of screwed. So yeah, it breaks less, but it still has that issue of bricking. And another issue I have is the fact that it still runs out of resources pretty fast. It's kind of common theme of this kind of deck where you just use all your resources, make this cool like board, but if your opponent breaks that board, you're kind of on the back foot for the rest of the duel. And that's what I've been seeing when I've been testing it, and also I feel like that's going to be a common theme, like anyway. I feel with the deck, I feel like if your opponent breaks your board, let's say you have a Calamities, cool, and like a few other monsters, but if they break that board with a Sphere mode or like something else, you're kind of screwed, and I don't think you can recover after that. So because you just used all of your resources to make said board. And maybe that's just me being a little bit harsh, or just a little bit, you know, like, I guess paranoid, but I feel like the deck, it's still an issue. I feel it's really good, like another issue for the deck. So like, just to watch out for the fact that it can still like go through its resources too fast, and if you're not careful and your board gets broken, I don't feel you can recover fast enough to, you know, like take control again. So that's just me. And also at least the last one, it would have to be matchup questions. I guess the matchup questions, I mean, like, what I mean by that, I guess, questionable, like, I guess how I'm trying to say this, I guess, like, if you're going up against Thunder Dragons, like, how does this deck fare against Thunder Dragons? How does this deck fare against Salamangreats? How does this deck fare against Altergeist, if people still play that? Like, I want to see how this deck fares against those decks. Does this deck have a good Thunder Dragon matchup if it's like gets hit with a Colossus, because this deck searches a lot? So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Against like the Salamangreats, how's this deck gonna fare against a control deck? You know, I understand. Well, if we go first and set up Calamities, like, you can just use Calamities and it locks them out. Okay, but what if you don't win the die roll? What if you don't go first? How's this deck gonna fare against that? That is going to remains to be seen, and I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to go. I'm kind of concerned because if someone drops a Colossus on you, how are you going to, you know, combat that? So I'm not saying the deck can't beat those decks. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I just have some concerns, you know, questions about how do you like play against those decks if they, you know, don't brick, or like if they, you know, go off on you. So just laying it out there. I'm not saying you can't beat those decks, just saying how would you be able to win when there's like double Colossus on your ass kind of thing. So, or against a control deck that has a bunch of back row. So just laying it all out there. So I guess overall, just weighing it all in, I know like with the concerns I've said, and like, but with the most positives, I feel like the positives outweigh the negative here. I know like some of my concerns seem really like, you know, like, oh, like that seems serious, but I feel like the positives outweigh the negative here. I think this deck is gonna be great for regionals. Like, I'm expecting a few regional tops right out of the gate, and what I mean by that is I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people playing the deck, a lot of people experimenting with this deck at the regional level, and I feel like this is gonna, like, you know, get this deck a few regional tops right out of the gate in this format. You're gonna probably be seeing like a few here and there, and I won't be surprised if that happens. So yeah. Other than that, I feel this deck is just great for regionals. I think that this deck can get you your invite at a regional level. I really do believe that. So if you're going to go into a regional and you want to like try a deck out, try this deck out. I feel like this deck can get you there in a regional level. Now onto the YCS level, I start to have questions. I feel like this deck, I don't know if this deck can handle a YCS level event. I don't know if this deck can top at a YCS event consistently. I feel like this deck maybe could get max to 1 to 2 tops at a YCS, and maybe here and there, not like on a consistent basis. Maybe that's just me like not giving the deck credit yet, but I want to see like if this deck can do that. I am completely fine with being wrong, and like the deck, and it's seeing the deck getting consistent top at the consistent top, maybe getting 3 or 4 at each YCS. I'm completely fine with that. I'm completely fine with being wrong and seeing that. But right now, I just feel like the deck maybe can't get. I don't think the deck can get like consistent tops at a YCS, at least to me right now. But I'm welcome to be wrong, and I'm welcome to see the deck do that, you know, get consistent tops, get 4 or 5 or something like that. But as of right now, it's just, I don't know if it can do that. But I feel like it can be an okay contender at a YCS. I feel like it can get you, like, you know, bubbling and everything. But I feel like it's just going to be a 1 or 2 people will top with it at a YCS, at here or there, not consistently, I feel. So I guess to summarize, I feel like this deck is going to be, due to the fact that this deck is getting new generic support pretty much for level 9s, and the fact that this deck works well with the World Chalice engine that's coming out, and the Dino engine and everything, and the fact that it's so budget, and Miscellaneous going to 3, I feel like this deck is going to be a great regional deck. This deck's going to be really good for regionals. I feel like you're going to be doing really well there. But at the YCS level, I think you're going to be competitive, yes, but I don't know if you're going to, I don't know if a lot of them are going to top. I feel like this deck may get 1 or 2 tops max at a YCS, but I could be wrong. I'm completely fine with being wrong. So that's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, that's just it for the video. What do you guys think of True King Dinos going into Dark Neostorm? Do you guys think it's going to be a great deck? Do you think I'm wrong when I say that it'll do, like, if it only get 1 or 2 tops at YCS? Do you think I'm wrong in that? Do you think it's going to get way more than that? Do you think it's going to be a bigger meta deck going into this format? Leave that in the comment section below. I'd love to take a look and see what you guys have in mind. I think this is a really cool talking point going into this format, and I am very interested to see where True King Dinos go. I can't wait to see how the deck does. I know I'll be playing it, and hopefully the deck does well. I really do want it to do well. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions or like have anything to say, leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to see you. But yeah, leave a like, comment, definitely subscribe. I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.